On Newsbeat, a bike accident resulted in a girl being transported to the hospital last night.
Also, LSU is trying to cut some of the red tape that complicates buying supplies for the university.
And the university president was in Washington earlier this week talking about affordable higher education.
All this and more. Newsbeat starts right now. Good evening and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Amber Washington.
And I'm Michael Edmondson. Thanks for joining us. 2 employees of a Louisiana oil company were released from captivity unharmed over the weekend. The captain and the chief engineer of the Sea Retriever, an offshore ship off the coast of West Africa, were kidnapped on October 23rd by pirates. They are on their way home after a successful ransom negotiation ensured their safe passage back to the States. The Edison Chaucet Offshore Company owns the ship and is registered out of Galliano, Louisiana.
A girl was hit by a car on campus Monday night just outside of the Pentagon Residential Hall. It looked like she was struck while riding her bicycle. These pictures snapped by Newsbeat show her sitting up and talking with officers just before EMS paramedics took her away. LSU police is not commenting further on the incident at this time. However, they have set up bike safety seminars in residential halls to educate on campus to students to be more cautious with their bikes.
LSU President F. King Alexander attended the 126th annual meeting of the Association of Public Land Grants earlier this week. He presented on Monday morning to discuss possible changes in student financial and including President Barack Obama's proposals on higher education. This year's APLU meeting is the largest one ever, with 1,200 public higher education leaders in attendance. President Alexander tweeted Monday afternoon, "A degree should not mean a lifetime of debt."
LSU is trying to save money by buying goods and services for the university in bulk. That includes classroom supplies and office supplies. Right now, to buy anything, the university must run it by legislator, and that often drives the cost up. However, the Joint Legislative Budget Committee is considering a measure that would give the university the freedom to do what it needs without oversight. In turn, this could save the school upwards of $30 million in the next 5 years. Vice Chancellor and CFO of Finance and Administrative Services, Bob Kuhn, says it is ridiculous to spend more than necessary on supplies.
We really could get a lot of items at a reduced price. We had to go through certain processes to be able to do that, and right now we're going before the Joint Legislative Budget Committee as the final step. But we have not achieved the high level of autonomy that we really need at this time.
The university is also hoping for flexibility with insurance for the university.
Well, many of us get tired of having to walk all the way to the library just to reserve a room to study in. Student government has contributed to resolving this issue. Student government is currently partnering with Middleton Library in order to implement a program that will allow students to reserve study rooms in Middleton Library online, similarly to how students reserve a spot in the Himes Testing Center to take tests. The system that we are looking to use is called LibCal. Librarian Emily Frank tells us more about the program.
LibCal is one of the ones that's most commonly used in academic libraries. And so when we tested it, it seemed like a good fit for what we need and what we have here, and also what we thought would be best for students, since they're the ones who are using these study rooms.
Student government will most likely pay for about 20% of the total cost of this system, and we hope for it to be implemented as soon as possible. The shooting in Baton Rouge on October 24th happened less than a mile north of LSU's campus. Newsbeat reporter Morgan Beard takes a look at how dangerous the area outside the university really is.
All of a sudden, I heard screaming and hollering, and I heard a lot of boom, 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 boom noises. You know, it was real fast.
What Robert Sept heard on October 24th was gunfire at his apartment complex that hit a little too close to home for Captain Corey Lalonde and LSU PD.
It was right off campus. It was very near to campus, involving a shooting. And, you know, our officers were in the area. We did assist the Baton Rouge Police Department.
It was an event so close to the university that begs the question, is the area surrounding LSU too dangerous? BRPD Corporal Don Capola doesn't think so.
Well, I think it may be blown out of proportion. Again, it's not just that area. We have problems everywhere, which we're on top of as well.
Captain Lalonde agrees, but says that crime on or around LSU is inevitable.
Are we completely immune to crime? No. Crimes do happen on campus from time to time. And that's part of the reason why we have these text messaging systems, and we want the public to know what type of crimes happen on campus, because awareness is one of the biggest defenses to being the victim of a crime.
Sept has been around this type of violence before and says that crime exists no matter where you are.
It's a part of life, I think, you know, and I feel like sometimes people think that they could move from one area to another, but it's not. You can't run from crime. Crime is here. It's a part of life, I believe, you know.
Reporting for Tiger TV's Newsbeat, I'm Morgan Beard.
The Baton Rouge Police Department is still conducting an investigation into the shooting on West Roosevelt Street, and officials say that proper precautions are being taken to maintain security around that area.
I have to say, it has been pretty windy today, huh?
I know, it's really been pretty cool and pretty chilly. But stay with us as our weather forecaster Lauren Graham tells us what we can expect for the rest of the week.
Good evening, LSU. I'm Lauren Graham, and here's your daily weather forecast. Let's start off with our picture of the day. It was taken last night by LSU student Jenna Tynes on the parade grounds at sunset. Don't forget to use the hashtag TigerTVWeather in your Instagram, and your picture could be featured on the next show. Today it was pretty cold outside with the high in the 60s. Temperatures are going to continue to decrease as the night goes on. The low for tonight is 31 degrees with winds that could get up to 21 miles per hour. Now there is a freeze warning issued by the National Weather Service for New Orleans and Baton Rouge's area. It's from 3 a.m. to 9 p.m. till Wednesday. So don't forget to cover your plants if you have any. On Wednesday, the freeze warning will continue until 9 p.m. The high is 57 degrees and the low is 34. So remember to dress warm for class. Now to the 5-day forecast. Wednesday and Thursday are looking partly cloudy with low temperatures. Towards the end of the week, it should warm up a little, and it looks like we will be experiencing some rain. So for now, I would dress warm and don't forget to cover your plants or move them inside if you can. That's all I have for you today, so don't forget to check Tiger TV for your up-to-date campus weather report every day. I'm Lauren Graham, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Lauren. Keep watching after break as Lindsay Palega joins us with a special guest from Hatchard Hall.
We'll be right back.
Thanks for watching today's Newsbeat. I'm Lindsay Palega with your global segment. Joining me today is Elizabeth Altazan from the Study Abroad office in Hatcher Hall to answer all our questions about growing abroad. Obviously, as university students, our biggest concern is going to be cost. How can we make these trips more affordable?
Yeah, that's definitely the first question we get from everyone. The great thing about studying abroad with LSU is that depending on the program you choose, a lot of times you can pay our tuition and room and board, and your financial aid and TAPS still counts most of the time. And then we also offer other programs where you can pay all of their fees, which could be cheaper depending on where you go. There's also scholarships. So
That's awesome. And where are the most popular destinations for LSU students?
the UK and France are the most popular, but we do have programs all over the globe.
Oh, cool. What are the biggest benefits to studying abroad?
I would say traveling as a student is really great because no matter where you go, you automatically have a community of young people with you. So that makes it really easy. It's also a really great educational opportunity because you can look at grad schools or take classes that we don't offer here. And aside from all that, it's really fun and you'll have the time of your life. So.
Perfect. Any last tips or recommendations for our viewers wishing to go abroad?
My biggest tip would be to go because it's definitely worth it and it's really fun, like I said. And also it's not too early to start planning. So if you want to go, start looking at schools now.
Okay, thanks Elizabeth. Go to abroad.lsu.edu for more information and to fill out your application to study abroad. Bon voyage!
Thanks, guys. That's all the time we have for Newsbeat today. You can catch our full shows online at tigertv.tv or on our YouTube channel. And you can be sure to check up on our Facebook and Twitter for the latest.
From all of us here at Newsbeat, thanks for joining us and have a great evening.